Hello and welcome to the Had an Idea podcast. He's Michael Mason.
He's Ben Coleman.
And today's episode is going out the day after my birthday.
Yes, it's Ben's birthday. Happy birthday, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, 32 years old.
Yeah.
Yes. Very excited because his balls are finally dropped. Yeah.
No,
we're joking. They haven't. You're good. We're blokes, you see.
Well. So this week we've got book ideas.
We do, yes.
We're being very cultured.
We are, yeah. A pair of vultures, we are. Cultured ones, that is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Preying on the dead corpses of long gone writers.
Of Oscar Wilde. And Keats and I don't know.
So we thought, since we're talking about books, we'd share some of our favourite books that we would like to recommend to you, our listener.
Yeah, if you're out there.
Yeah.
Imagine if there's no one watching. This video just exists.
What do you mean, imagine? We've got the stats. We can prove there's no one watching. So, do you want to go first with your book?
Or do you want me Ben, you are the birthday boy. Why don't you go first?
Use this as an excuse for everything.
You open the door, Ben. You go first.
So, my book, one of my favourite books, is by Daniel Handler. One of my favourite writers.
Handles
or my favourite writer.
Yeah.
Handles his Daniels.
He does indeed.
And
of course, known as Lemony Snicket.
Yeah, I was going to say he's
probably better known as.
Yeah, the man behind Lemony Snicket.
I know him as the accordion player in the Magnetic Fields 1999 album, 69 Love Songs.
Yes, he's a man of many talents.
He is indeed.
But the book is called Why We Broke Up. And the thing I love about it is that it's written. Let me go back to the start.
Okay. Ooh.
It's a better place to start than the middle.
God created the sun.
Then God created man and said, I need somewhere to put these. But the book is in the form of a letter from a girl to a boy. Okay. And she's explaining why they're breaking up. And she leaves a box of items on the doorstep. And each
along with the letter, I'm guessing.
Yeah, along with the letter. And each chapter is sort of themed around one of the items has significance in that. Okay. So like they go to a movie in one chapter, so she put the movie ticket, and they go for a drink, so she puts the bottle cap. Okay. And so yeah, it's really interesting. And the way it's written as well is like I said to you, I'll see you in a sec. And it's like they use like proper language that you would use.
Yeah.
And so it's cool.
He writes the way people talk.
Yeah. But the thing is as well, like, because I was reading it, I was like, oh, I love this book. Like, it's one of my favourite books now. And then in the book, there's, they follow this movie star to try and find out if it's, I think she wants to invite her to a party or something. Okay. So they follow her around. I've got to be careful not to spoil it now, because my anecdote is about me spoiling it for myself, so I don't want to... But basically I thought, is this a real actress or not? So I looked it up. And it wasn't a real actress.
Oh, and it gave you
it gave me the spoil. I was like, it spoiled the ending. I was like, oh, for God's sake. I was really upset because I was loving the book so much that I thought, oh man, I've just ruined this book. But then I got to the end where the spoiler was. And I went, oh my God, I didn't see that coming. And like the way they revealed the spoiler, I was like, oh my God, that's made up for me spoiling it now. So yeah.
I really want to read this now.
The fact that I got it spoiled and I was still shocked by it. It's testament to his writing. Yeah, it's just a really interesting format, like, because it's in the form of a letter and that.
Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah.
So I would recommend this and many other of his books.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Questions?
Can I have a flick through it, actually? If you want? Just for
it's not going to make for great listening on a podcast.
Well, no, because I just noticed that some of the pages are coloured on the edges.
Yeah, when they're illustrated.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And there's one of the... I'm not going to cover the words, but there's one of the items.
Thing is, I don't remember it being coloured when I read it.
You need to read it again, Ben.
I don't know whether this is like another copy I brought, or...
Oh, maybe. That's my favourite. Nice blue.
That's really thrown me off now.
Just wait till you read it again, but with the pictures.
In colour. But,
that's very cool, that.
Yeah, I like his writing, because there's always something to think about. And he makes it... Well, he creates this world of like cultured people, a bit like Bell and Sebastian songs, where it's like arty people.
Yeah.
And it's like some of his other books, and like there's one called Poison for Breakfast, which is about a guy who gets a note through the letterbox saying you've been poisoned, you've eaten poison for breakfast.
Yeah.
So he goes on this journey to find out like what poison it is, who's poisoned him, and that. And I won't spoil the ending, but the ending is really like underwhelming, but it's the journey he goes on, and like has like philosophical things along the way that make you think. Like he's in a supermarket and he sees a sign saying "We're here for you 24/7."
Yeah,
and he thinks, "Well, I don't want a supermarket to be there for me 24/7. I want it to be there when I need food. I don't like the idea of a supermarket following me around." So it's just like sort of gets you thinking about the world and the way we think and that. And this book does the same.
Oh wow, that does sound interesting.
That's why I like Daniel Hannan.
Oh, I might give that a try. I might give that a read, and so should you.
Yes.
Out there.
Cameraman.
I'm sorry.
So what's your book?
Well, Ben.
Well, Ben.
Well, book. My Ben is one of my favourites, Reaper Man by Terry Pratchett. And it's one of the first books I actually read. Like proper books, like that wasn't, about hungry caterpillars.
Like the second grade.
Yeah.
Second grade, we're not American. In year 3.
Yeah.
So now we're going to read Mr. Tickle. Actually, do you mind if I read The Reaper Man by Terry Pratchett?
So what it is, it's about the Grim Reaper there. And I think he's like it's been years since I've read it, so I have very vague recollections of it. But I think he has a crisis of conscience, and so he's fired from his job as the Grim Reaper, and he's sent to live with the mortals, and he gets a job on a farm, as you can see.
And is he like that as a skeleton all the way?
Yeah, yeah. Like, nobody points it out to him that he's a skeleton though. So, and he.
That sounds interesting.
It's very interesting. It's very philosophical, but it's also very comical. Like, it's got a very absurd sense of humour, as a lot of Terry Pratchett's books do, especially the Discworld ones. This is one of his Discworld novels, as you can see. So, in the absence of death, every creature creates its own version. So you can see how that's a little rat.
Their own version of death.
Yeah. Except for people. The humans have yet to create their own one.
So they have no concept
They have no,
death.
There's no such thing as death, and as a result, people who recently died and now come back to life. And so they start an undead rights movement.
Man, this is deep.
It's quite deep, and so yeah, they have their own, that's like a subplot in it. They have this own, they're campaigning for undead rights. But at the same time, there's these eggs that show up. This is a subplot in the book. But they're shaped like snow globes, if I recall. And then they hatch into shopping trolleys, I think. And then from shopping trolleys, they evolve into like a shopping mall. And all these, this undead committee and all these wizards get together to kill the shopping mall.
When you said absurd,
it's quite
like talking animals or something. Not shopping trolley evolving into man.
No, but they do eventually create their own version of death, but it's actually a lot worse than. It's very unfeeling and unkind.
As opposed to the normal death.
Well, no, that's the thing. That he is, a concept of, not killing people indiscriminately. And so that's sort of what the book's about, really. So it's difficult to explain, especially since I haven't read it in a long time, but it's all about the order of the universe, and in this case, the order of the Discworld. And
so is Discworld like a sort of its own universe? Sort of?
Yeah. It's literally just the planet that everything takes place on. It does describe it in this book. I can't find it, but it describes it as it's essentially a disc that is balanced on top of 4 elephants, which is balanced on top of a tortoise, which is balanced on top of another tortoise.
Oh, is that where it's tortoises all the
Yeah,
way
like
down?
people genuinely believe that, and that's what the world is in this book. So not only is it a flat Earth, but it's also being carried by 4 elephants on the back of infinite tortoises.
Well, we've got there. You could.
We do have. This is what discs look like, in case you're wondering. So that's
all the tiny little people on there.
So yeah, and there's a lot of like world building in Discworld books, and you don't really need to start from the beginning, as long as you just sort of take everything. It's a fantasy, you know. It's a fantasy. Obviously, it's about.
Do you mean you don't need to start from the beginning of the series or of the book?
Not of the series. It helps to start at the beginning of the book.
Yeah, from the book.
Oh my god! Who are these people?
Who's this Gary?
Yeah, and I'd have to read this again. What's interesting is whenever Death speaks, it doesn't have quotation marks. So that's Mrs. Flickworth talking, and that's Death talking. So it's just in a different font. If I could show that to the camera. Probably can't, to be honest. It's quite awkward. But yeah, that's the woman talking, and then that's Death talking beneath it. So yeah. This is going to be rubbish on Spotify. People, he's showing them something. I don't know what it is.
I'm just imagining book clubs like via Zoom, like holding the book. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Lift it higher, John, higher. I've read that bit. Turn the page. No, I'm not finished yet. I wish we could all afford a copy.
Why don't I just read it out? Because your microphone keeps cutting out, Bill.
And you can't do the voice.
But yeah.
The microphone cutting out. And he said, I kill you. Wait, why is he killing him? No, it said, I won't kill you. You said I will kill you.
I did not, Sharon. But yeah, it's it all talks about because I was reading a bit to you earlier.
Yeah, about the mayflies.
Yeah. So because a lot of it's about death. Well, most of it is.
Which is funny, really, given the time.
Really, yeah, it is, to be honest. But it talks like briefly at the beginning. It talks about mayflies, and they the shortest lifespan. They live less than 24 hours, and it's like these old mayflies talking about, I remember this when it was all fields, and the young ones, it still is fields, but there were better fields. But then, like, the 2 mayflies die, and then the other mayflies are going, it's the holy sign, you know. And so they have their own religions. And then I told you a bit about the trees, which all speak to each other. And one of them dies, and the other one says, "Where'd he go?" And one of them says, "He's been taken to a better place." So there's all this talk of, like, you know, where do we go after we die and stuff like that.
Sounds interesting.
So quite deep for a 10-year-old reading that. But yeah, it is a very interesting book. I do recommend it.
It's almost going to make our ideas seem sensible.
It will, to be fair. Just wait till you get my talking toilet seat idea.
Well, speaking of, shall we move on to some other ideas?
Let's do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I thought I was reading your book. I wondered why none of the characters you mentioned were in it.
Oh, that makes sense. I was very confused. Oh, hi there.
Hi.
We didn't hear you come in. Well, it's time to get on with some ideas.
Yes, and who's going first?
Well, Ben, it's your birthday, so I think I'll go first. Yeah. So, well, I've got an idea.
Oh, that's lucky.
It's good because, you know, otherwise you say, I'll go first. I haven't got anything. So, what's your idea? No, I've got an idea. On my phone here. Whoop. Someone's going to pause and say, what's he got around there? So, I've got an idea for a video game.
Oh, you like your video games?
I like my video games. And it's a little bit of preamble.
Oh, you like your preamble?
Do you like my preamble?
You should do a preamble video game.
Oh, it's all like just tutorials and stories. Well, Ben, I was playing a video game on the Wii, and it's a game I've mentioned to you before called Drawn to Life.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. And in the game, you can create your own characters from scratch. And so what I did, I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll create my good friend Ben. I can't create myself because you can't have any fat characters. So I thought,
You're
well,
Thin Mike.
a Thin Mike, Ben. We're not living in a world of fantasy here.
Even Terry Pratchett can do that.
Well, I thought I still want to be in this, but what I did, I put a little face on Ben's T-shirt, and it was my face. This is all like hand drawn, by the way. And then I thought this could be an original game. So
I'm putting faces on.
Well, we'll get to that because Ben and audience, my game is called Charlie and Webb. That's one of the characters' names, Webb.
Yeah.
2 B's.
I assume Charlie is another
Charlie
character.
is Charlie, yeah.
Charlie's just a random name I threw in. Oh, it sounded good.
I just name and made up. And Charlie, how weird. It's they were 2 hipster names, that's why I thought of them. What they are, they're 2 mates, Ben. Mm-hmm. But when Webb is turned into a T-shirt for seemingly no reason, his friend Charlie duns his pal and sets off to reverse the spell.
Ooh.
So,
does he talk like while he's on the
T-shirt?
Yeah,
talking
that's
T-shirt.
Quite clever, I like.
And so they embark on an adventure and discover that the nefarious wizard lizard is taking over the land and turning people into inanimate objects. So it's up to Charlie and his talking T-shirt to save the day.
Oh, I like it. I like Wizard Lizard as well.
Yeah.
Good job you didn't go with Witch. But,
Did they?
So the Wizard Lizard. Is that like a normal sized lizard or a giant?
Oh,
lizard?
I think it should be a giant. I do kind of like a normal sized lizard.
Like the Wizard of Oz, where it's just a little lizard. With like loads of levers and pulleys.
Yeah.
No, but I like this because I imagine doing like Holly, like, when they from Red Dwarf when they have him on the watch. But
or when they've got him on Crichton's chest. Yeah.
Like that, please, on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But so would because obviously with T-shirts the fabric sort of wrinkles up. So but it's like my face will be distorted.
Yeah, I like that.
Or would there be like a square on it that's sort of solid?
I do like the idea of his face getting creased up.
Yeah. Because then you question, would he feel that? But no, because it's pixels.
Yeah.
Pixels.
How do you feel? Well, can you not stretch my face out?
Why the long face? Stop doing that. It's not funny. Yeah. So what happens along the way? Because obviously there's got to be obstacles.
Oh yeah. Well, I was thinking it could be like a JRPG game where like Pokemon. You go around and you stop and have battles and things.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking, could you have like a platformer? Because Drawn to Life is a platformer game. So what would you rather play?
I don't know what a platformer is.
Like Mario is a platformer. You run along and you jump and you...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, or you played Crash Bandicoot, didn't you?
I have.
Yeah, that's a platforming game.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I imagine something where it's sort of defined, you have to go there. I think it was open world, just wondering where.
Are we going to go after that lizard thing? No, I want to find all the secrets first. T-shirt.
Yeah. So I imagine that it's the classic games, like Tomb Raider or like the Harry Potter game where there's a beginning and end and you can
it's linear.
Go off on...
Yeah.
So would there be other people with T-shirts on the faces, or like is it a common thing, or is
T-shirts on their faces? Faces on the T-shirts.
Faces on the T-shirts. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking everyone would be turning into different objects.
So that's the face on a shoe.
Yeah. Like a face on a door.
Oh, imagine a face.
You're gonna have to get through me.
Face on the bottom of a shoe.
Help!
Oh, you do not want to know what he just stepped in.
Scraping the face on this curve.
The faces on trousers, one on each knee. Or like eyes on the knees.
And the zip talks. Like.
Oh, a hat as well.
Oh, a hat's perfect. Yeah.
I'm thinking, is there a hat with like where it opens, like
you get those flat caps that you have the little
with the button
the stud on, yeah.
And like the deer stalker, like,
I'm all ears. Because the idea as well, these things would help you along the way. So, someone's been turned into a ladder.
I love the idea if he's going around like collecting all these items and clothes with people's faces on. He's just got a whole outfit with people talking.
Loads of just having an argument. Come down here and say that.
But no, objects with faces on.
Yeah. So like a ladder, that someone's been turned into a ladder. What else could you have?
Spain.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Okay, can you shove me in more gently? That really hurts.
So the key to finding the is
yeah, people have been turned into keys as well. Yeah. And that you go up to the door and the door talks to you. So now you're going to find Kevin the key.
Yeah. Oh, just like in real life, just using me. Oh, I tell you what, he's turned me.
Oh, very good.
Oh, I feel like I'm opening up. Like with the door.
Yeah. Someone's been turned into a lamp. Oh, that turns me on.
So this sounds like you'd make like a really cool, interesting game, and then I'd just come and ruin it with puns.
I think it needs puns, to be fair. But yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Charlie Webb.
So would he like use the objects and then sort of leave it behind, or would he carry it with him?
I think some of them we'd have to leave behind, like a ladder's quite.
Yeah, and a door.
Yeah.
Unhinged me. I'm unhinged.
Oh, that's brilliant. He needs to find the person who's been turned into a screwdriver.
That'd be cool if it. Yeah. It'd be cool if it was like a door with like one of the hinges is broken, he's off, and he's like a crazy person.
Oh, that's brilliant, yeah.
I've seen loads of people walking by, the things I've seen.
They'd drive you mad, but I'm not mad.
I make that noise myself, you know.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, man.
There's loads of characters you can just stop and talk to.
Yeah. This is one of those where we could just spend hours coming up with characters.
Yeah.
So have you coded anything? No.
I've come up with 6 more characters though.
We got 300 characters. And 2 days to make the game.
You spent the first 6 months just coming up with the characters. How about a person who's been turned into a guitar? So while someone's strumming him, the guitar's singing.
Yeah. That'd be good. Or like a tambourine in the smacking.
Ow!
Somebody was into BDSM. I requested this.
I'm on a quest to turn everyone back into people. Well, could you be a bit slower? Because I'm enjoying this.
My wife was turned into a whip.
Yeah, someone could turn into a rope.
My wife is literally the old ball and chain.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. What if there was a person being turned into a door, but all the screws for people as well? So when he turned everyone back into humans, he just collapsed in the heap.
Yeah, like the handle is his nose, like sticking out.
Yeah. So
And then when he comes back to life, his nose is all twisted.
Ah!
I like it.
Oh, thank you. Of course, there has to be villains as well,
Yeah.
other than the wizard.
They're objects that have been turned into people.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I don't know how it would work.
Well, what's a good object to turn into a person? Like
a pneumatic drill, and it's just like...
But then again, that would just be a person who goes... You wouldn't really do much.
Well, he'd like be like putting his arm in...
Oh,
yeah.
What about like a bulldozer that's been turned into a person, and he's like charges at you with his head.
Yeah. I like that.
And of course, you need the minions of the wizard lizard.
Hello.
That's me stamping on it in case you couldn't see my leg movements.
Would they be reptiles as well?
I think or maybe like goblins, maybe.
No.
And of course, once you get to the main boss, the wizard lizard, he's got a big tank. He's got a huge thing you have to fight. Yeah. It's just him in there pulling all the levers. And
meanwhile, he's sending his minions.
Yeah.
Not being attacked by the bothering goblins.
Ah, I like that.
Bothering.
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you, but I'm just doing a server.
Don't you know when you tried to get through a crowd and there's loads of kids? Move out the way.
Smack Yeah.
Yeah.
Could people be turned into weapons that you can use as well?
Yeah. Like a gun.
Yeah.
He's sneezing, he's firing that gun. Choo, 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 choo.
Like someone could be turned into a mallet.
Yeah, Timmy Mallet.
Yeah! Timmy the Mallet. You can do the voice as well.
Yeah, well, speaking of people, no, when it's a video game, I was thinking film. I was going to say, can we get Jim Broadbent?
You know what? I'm sure he could voice
He's been a penguin before. He's very versatile actor.
He could do a voice in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jim Broadbent's done video games. He's probably done the Harry Potter games.
Yeah, I don't know whether they had real voices. I think a lot of it was just like,
Why are you even doing the dialogue?
Yeah, they like to.
Hello,
well,
Snape. You alright? I think someone's put a curse on him.
Well, I think to the Lego Harry Potter games.
Oh, yeah. They were all like that. I do know some of the later Lego games do use clips from the films, though. So maybe the later Harry Potter Lego games.
Imagine if they used like stuff in the deleted scenes. We've got to go and find Aaron, Mum. Oh, Erica. Oh, bloody hell, I got it wrong. Just that on the video. What's going on?
You know what? You say that. In the Elder Scrolls 4 or 5, I think it was, Oblivion, there's one character and they've left in like a mistake. He like says something and says, oh, can I do that again? And here going back going, yeah, sure, go. And they left the whole thing in.
So this brings me back to, I think they should do that in TV and film, like leaving mistakes. Because people always in real life trip over their lines or they can't remember a word.
Well, they do in some films. There's a film from the 40s, I think it is, called Genevieve. And these two guys are like fighting in the street. And this woman's supposed to say, brawling like hooligans. And she just shouts, hauling like brooligans.
Yeah, but does she then go, oh, I mean, hauling like...
No, they actually added a bit in of Kenneth Moore saying, hauling like brooligans. And then you go back to her sort of looking sheepish.
Yeah, but I think they should do that in films. Anyway, video game.
Yeah. Charlie and Webb, the T-shirt guy. Yeah.
I like it.
Would you play it?
Yeah. I want there to be a film about it. But yeah, no, I'd probably play it. Yeah. Ooh. I'm thinking maybe like a sequel or something. If you could sort of switch between the two, so like the person on the T-shirt could then become the person wearing the T-shirt. They sort of press a button and it swips them around.
Swips them? It's like switches and whips. It swips them around. I like it. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I want to get a T-shirt with you. Well, you've got a T-shirt with your face.
I don't know what's happened to that. I don't know
it's probably like someone wearing it, walking around Borden. Come on, Mike, let's go on an adventure. But yeah, I did get you a T-shirt with your face.
Did, yeah.
I remember the night I came up with that idea. Cause like late at night, I was trying to think what I could get you, and I thought, well, a T-shirt. I could get you a T-shirt. What would I put on it? I thought, it'd be funny about putting a picture of his face. I was lying there for about 10 minutes just laughing. I thought, this is going to be so funny. And you got quite a bit of wear out of me.
I did.
You wore it a few times.
I'm sure we've got a picture of me wearing it somewhere. Yeah. It was a good shirt, to be fair. It's just weird it's my face on. I can't wear this out.
It'd be weird now because it's a short beard, so you not before and after.
My God, what went wrong?
I am surprised you never got me a T-shirt, a picture of my face.
Did I get you a thong or something?
Oh God! Didn't one of us got each other a Treffer thong?
You got me a Treffer thong.
Treffer was a character that we came up with.
Yeah, maybe that'll pop up on the podcast at some point. Yeah, but We got a picture of this couch, and Ben decided to put it on a thong.
Why? I think I was probably trying to tuck the t-shirt. Yeah.
Oh man.
Fortunately, I'm a bit more sensible these days.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
We veered off ideas.
We veered way off. And we should get back on track, and we should get back on track with Ben's idea.
Yeah.
What you got for us, Ben? Ooh,
well, what I've got in my little notebook
little book of notes.
You know, sometimes, say at a concert, and you're there and you think, oh, this is too loud. Like, it's a bit too loud. But you think, well, if they turn it down, some other people might not like that. They might like it loud. So you think, oh, I'll put up with it. Or if you're in a car and someone's got a song playing, the radio and that, and it's too loud for you, but they're enjoying it. You think, I wish I could turn it down just for myself.
Yeah.
Well, that's my idea for a universal remote.
Oh.
So I don't know if it would be. I've literally just thought of a solution. So I was going to say I have no idea how it would work. So I was thinking just a remote and you like sort of point at something and turn it down.
But of course that would turn it down for everyone. Surely.
Yeah, but I was thinking the remote would be tuned into you somehow, like maybe like some chip or something. But I've just thought if you had headphones, because I've seen there's like noise cancelling headphones.
Yes.
Where then they've got it for like different types of noises, so like background noise or like higher frequencies,
foreground noise.
Or like talking or music and that. So if you got some sort of specialised headphones and you turned the remote to block out certain frequencies, I guess, or anything above certain decibels.
Yeah.
So then, like, if you're in a living room and people are watching TV, you can turn it down just for you, but they'll still hear it fine. Or on a plane, like the engine, turn the engine down, but you don't have to stop the engine because that can be like dangerous, I'm told.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot louder now. The engine, all this screaming.
The noisy the screaming drowns out the sound of the engine. And with people as well, like if someone's talking, like you just subtly like turn them down.
I like
so I do that at work because I work in an office.
Yeah.
Not to show off or anything.
I don't work there for the joy of it. I just work there to show off. I work in an office.
You've not seen our office. Nothing to show off about. But like, there's about 8 of us there, and like I try to do work, and like my boss is quite loud, and he's the sort who wander around and like start talking to people about random stuff. He likes his trivia, so he'll just start telling you random facts and that, or jokes and stuff. And I'm not trying to work, and I can hear him in the other room, and in the other room they have the music on loud, and there's just like one gun in there who talks incessantly.
Let's hope none of them watch this episode.
She knows who she is. No, she's a nice girl anyway. But you know, she likes to talk, and she talks quite loudly. And it's one of those. If there's like one on their own, they don't talk, or two, they don't talk that much. When there's like 2 or 3, then they start talking.
It's like when you're at school. You know, and the class starts talking, and sometimes you just want to get on with your work.
Yeah, so I struggle sometimes. Yeah. So I used to put my headphones in and like put a podcast or music on. Yeah. But if I could just like turn them down, and then I don't have to. Because the thing is, when you put your headphones in for like and put music on to drown out sound, you can still slightly hear it. It's always slightly annoying. Oh, I'm gonna turn it up loud, and then you have to turn the music up to a volume, and it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, then that's distracting. And as well, I don't know if you find, but sometimes when you got earphones in for too long, they get very uncomfortable. Yeah. And when you push them down too much and perforate your eardrums. There's just a wire hanging at you. Are you alright, Ben? Sorry. Thank you. Well, you do have noise cancelling hearing aids, don't you?
Yeah, so, that's a good point. It's essentially like that. Yeah,
could you, I don't know, I'm asking the audience, but could you possibly, like, have hearing aids, but for people who have normal hearing? Like, I would say we have relatively good hearing.
Pardon?
Yeah. You did that. Thank you cheeky chappy.
No, we do.
Yeah, well, could you... So we don't need hearing aids to hear each other. We can hear each other right now.
Yeah.
But could you have... If we had hearing like us, could you have hearing aids that just amplifies and turns sound down?
Yeah.
Because if you turn the hearing aids down, then you just got your regular hearing, haven't you?
Yeah.
But if you could have one that actually...
cancels out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 360, like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, all the way up, and then all the way down, or in the middle, normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I know my granddad does that, like when my nan's talking, just like switch it
Trying
off.
to-
Or like you'll be talking to him for 5 minutes, and then you go, hang on, I just turned my hearing aid on. You've been responding. I'm sure he does that. Just go,
been
yeah.
guessing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I think I'll have beans on toast.
Yeah.
How did you know what I asked you for tea when I was just guessing?
I always say beans on toast. It's the answer to anything. If anyone asks you a question, just say beans on toast. It's surprising how often it works.
You know how to fix a carburettor? Beans on toast.
Ah, I suppose it is a bit like that, really. You're putting them on top, yeah.
Good.
And you've got to be careful not to spill it, yeah.
Just walks away like, hang on, that didn't make any sense at all.
Just think he's very philosophical.
Oh, man. So yeah, he's just talking about beans and toast and not listening to
So yeah, that's my idea.
It's a good idea, I like it, because like my mum always complains about noisy cars.
Yeah.
We get a lot where we are, where we live.
Going through your living room.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have put that drive-through in your living room.
When you said our house in the middle of the street, I didn't think you meant in the middle of the street.
We live on a roundabout.
But yeah, so she's always complaining about the noise of the traffic, and it is noisy at times. So if I had something like that, I could drown out there.
Yeah.
Because my mum's hard of hearing; she has hearing aids, so she could just turn them off and doesn't hear a thing.
That's the thing, because we live like on a main road, and the one thing I hate is that sound of traffic. And like when you have the windows open, because it's just all you hear is like,
yeah,
and it's like irregular. Like if it was like all like the same intervals or something, you get used to it. But it's just, and I hate that noise.
You know, I see. I don't mind that.
I do.
What bothers me is when it's like they've got the yeah when the people are honking.
Stop putting that goose up by the window.
But like when people have, they have the massive tailpipe, and it just really, oh Christ, yeah. So yeah, and because we like to listen, we got the trees in the garden. Mum likes to listen to the trees.
Listen to the trees.
What's that tree? Oh yes, beans on toast.
Well, death has gone now, so we've got our own version of death. It's like a shriveled up old leaf. And he hopes you leave this world.
Ah, that's good.
It's not.
It is. I'll applaud that.
Just humouring me because it's my birthday.
Happy birthday, by the way, Ben. It's Ben's birthday. But yeah, like she could turn the noise of the traffic down and just listen to the trees. Listen to the birds.
Yeah, because you'd be able to turn stuff up as well. But I suppose there'd be a limit. Imagine like you turn like the sound of the birds up to like just keep turning up to like 1,000 decibels, like blow your eardrum.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that, anyway. So you need to be sensible with this technology, folks. That's what we're saying. So no, I like your idea, Ben. I would definitely use it for myself.
Yes. Would you drown out me?
I could never, Ben. Those dulcet tones.
Well, like those dull tones.
Don't be ridiculous. See, if I drowned you out, I wouldn't have heard that and I wouldn't have laughed.
Pardon?
You
I think we should move on before you turn me down. Would be like another meaning for the word turn you down. Oh, got a woman turn me down last night. What, she dumped you? No, she just turned me down. Made love to me and turned me down.
She's like the noises I was making.
She don't look nice. That goose is bad. She said I look nice, but my voice is irritating.
Or like, turtle noises, wouldn't it? It's a person making...
Turtle doing a magic trick.
Oh, man. Oh. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you've kept this podcast at the same volume. You haven't turned us down.
Muted us.
Yeah.
I just want to watch the video of them talking. I don't want to listen.
Yeah, you can overdub us. Send in your videos of you overdubbing what we're talking about and the actions we've been doing. But keeps your volume up because we've got some quickfire ideas coming up.
Well, I've got an idea for a video game / record shop called Vinyl Fantasy.
Very clever.
Thank you.
Well, I've got an idea. You know how when your phone gets wet, you put it in a bowl of rice to soak up the moisture and it dries it?
Yeah.
They should use that in toilets in Chinese restaurants to dry your hands and...
Put your hands in a bowl of rice. Yeah.
It'll take a while. But...
Then you eat the rice. I like it. Do you get people peeing in it, though? That's the problem.
Yeah. Don't pee in rice.
Okay, well, folks, it's now time for our big ideas.
Our book idea.
Book ideas.
Big book idea.
Big book. The big book.
idea.
The big book of Ben. And Ben, what is your big book idea?
Well, Mike, you know, sometimes, have you ever read a book? And...
I have.
Well, that's good to know. Have you ever read a book, though, and thought, it's a bit short? They could have gone into a bit more detail about stuff.
Yeah.
Because I thought about that, and I thought especially kids' books, because obviously they keep kids' books short.
Yeah.
Because they got short attention spans.
Yeah.
But sometimes
Bloody
you might want to go into more detail.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
know a bit more of the backstory and like have a bit more sort of pad it out. Sorry,
Yes.
not pan it out.
Well, you can pan it out. You know? Just pan over to another story. I was reading about a boy wizard. Now I'm talking about a little mouse. What's going on?
So I thought one of my ideas was to expand on a well-known story.
Okay.
So I've started writing it, and I thought you could try and guess the story that I'm talking about.
Okay, so is this a real story that you've sort of based this on?
Yeah, well, it's a real story. I'm doing like sort of... You know how they do novelisations of films? It's like a novelisation of a kid's
novel.
book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I awoke to the sound of birds cawing and squawking at each other. It was a sound that had always frightened me, ever since I narrowly escaped a run-in with a crow. Had it not been for that giant lady with the broom, I might have lost my life that day. I yawned and stretched, my eyes adjusting to the morning sunlight that trickled through the gaps in the leaves. As I stood under the shade of the leaf that I had called home that night, I felt a strange sensation deep in the pit of my stomach, like nothing I'd felt before. It was a powerful longing for sustenance. I wasn't just hungry, I was very hungry. I think you can tell what book it is.
I think, yeah.
I knew I had to eat something as soon as I could. I scanned the garden to see what was on the menu. Some crumbs from one of the old lady's biscuits, perhaps. A stray berry that had fallen from the plant by the shed. I didn't care. I just needed to satisfy this insatiable hunger. I put my shoes on, which took some time, and set off on an adventure like no other, daring to cross the path of birds and bugs alike to find the finest food that the garden had to offer. And that was an extract from the novelisation of...
The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Yay.
I like it. It gives his motivation.
Yeah, exactly. And some backstory to adding the element of danger with the birds.
Yeah.
Make it into a proper story.
I can imagine the movie adaptation of this.
Yeah, and you got the old lady as well.
Yeah, you've introduced a new character, because where's all this food coming from?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? It's almost as if, it's from the point of view of the mindless caterpillar itself. But with this, it's like we've got everything, we've got all the detail.
Yeah. And because obviously in the book it's literally just he goes and eats this food and he eats 2 lots of strawberries, 3 lots of bananas, 4. So it could be like he's going around the garden, he finds she grows. Do you grow fruit?
Yeah.
Trees, yeah.
Yeah, where do you think it comes from?
I was thinking like plants.
I've made fruit.
I was thinking like plants, so it'd be low down, but
yeah. Well.
Maybe she grows vegetables and so he goes and has a nibble of that. And,
well, because he'd have to scale the mighty apple tree, wouldn't he?
Yeah. It's like a whole adventure.
Yeah,
it's a whole chapter. He's going up the apple tree. Yeah. And you got the owl in there.
Oh. Ooh. Very ooh. You're a very hungry caterpillar.
Yeah. Perhaps, yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what the people say to him, or the animals say to him, and that's where he got the nickname from.
I like as well this journey he goes on, because he doesn't know why he's hungry, like you say. It's inexplicable, it's insatiable.
And it turns out it's because he's ready to become a butterfly. Yeah.
You know, and
maybe along the way he meets a butterfly and like he fancies her, but he thinks I'm never be good enough for her. And then at the end,
have you seen that comic like panels, like two caterpillars? One says, "Oh, I'm really scared about turning into a butterfly." And says, "Oh yeah, me too." Then this beautiful lady butterfly flies past, and they look at each other, they're like cocooning themselves.
Yeah. So there you got the love interest with like a butterfly.
You remind me of an episode of The Venture Brothers where they do a Franz Kafka and turn one of the characters into a giant caterpillar.
Yeah.
And at one point in it, he starts like making the cocoon for himself, and he can't explain why. He doesn't know why. He just has the urge to do it. So that could be a similar thing with the caterpillar. He doesn't know why he's doing this.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what's going to happen when he comes out of this cocoon. He's there. He can feel his body changing. Yeah. Like he's a David Cronenberg monster.
Yeah. He's got back pain. It turns out to be wings.
Yeah. He feels growths coming out of him. He's completely changing, and then bam, he comes out and he thinks, "Oh no, I'm a hideous monster. I'm a weird creature. Why am I flying? Am I dead?" Then he sees his own reflection. He realises.
Yeah, reflected in the water. In the pond.
Yeah.
I'm a butterfly.
He sees like a reflective glass, and he says, "Oh, it's that woman from earlier, that butterfly lady." And he goes and lands on it. It's me.
Oh, I was thinking it'd be a really nice scene where he's sort of lands near the pond and sees himself. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm a butterfly," and then she lands next to him, and you just see in the reflection.
Oh,
like, that's sweet. But you said like about when he changes and that, and it's kind of in a weird way like a coming of age film.
It is kind of, yeah.
When you get older, your body will go through changes.
We just need the right soundtrack to it. Get some Simon and Garfunkel in there.
Yeah.
You know? Simon and Garfunkel doing the soundtrack to The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Oh, I'm sure they've got a song about butterflies, haven't they?
They might do, you know. Love is like a butterfly, something gentle as a sign. It's not by Simon and Garfunkel, but it's... Yeah, who could do the voice of it? Well, I'm going into the realm of the movie adaptation.
Yeah, well, movie adaptation.
I think we can have merchandise. I think we can have a film soundtrack to go with it, and maybe a tie-in video game.
Musical.
A musical.
Very Hungry Caterpillar, the musical.
Food. I like food. I ain't really
glorious.
Yeah.
Just songs about food.
Eat it. Yeah. But who could be in the film?
Maybe there's a party going on, and that's where he gets. Because at the end he has like cake and ice cream.
Yeah. That's a good one.
But maybe he could be a food critic. Go right, oh no, I don't like that. Find something else.
The very critical caterpillar.
Gordon Ramsay is this.
What the fuck is this?
I haven't even seasoned this leaf. What are you doing?
You haven't seasoned this banana. What's the matter with you?
Because that's the thing as well. He wouldn't eat a whole carrot, would he?
No. Well, in the book, he just eats holes through things, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe he's
there's a carrot in the way. Can't go over it. I have to go through it.
Well, he has to. He sees a carrot. Well, I'm not going over it. I'm going to go through it, baby. You know, maybe while he's in the apple, like the old woman comes and takes a bite out of it, and and he
Thomas.
Very good. Oh man,
Yeah, Tom and Jerry reference.
That is one reference I didn't expect to hear. The old lady from Tom and Jerry. But I'll go back to the film. Who would play the caterpillar? Because I'm thinking Jonah Hill. Just because he's, a big star.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart.
No. He wants someone nice. With a good voice.
Like Claire Balding. She seems nice.
Claire Balding is a caterpillar.
She's not an actress, though, so that might... You want a big name.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you want a fairly big name, but not so much that you go, oh, that's Morgan Freeman playing a caterpillar.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, no, that's a caterpillar.
Yeah. Chris Pratt? Caterpillar?
Yeah, but no. It's he's in too many things now.
Yeah, you want someone who's a recognisable name but not a recognisable voice, who's not in too many things but he's still a big star.
A good voiceover actor. Because like with Chris Pratt when he did Mario, you just go, oh, that's Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
You want someone like, you know how Mark Hamill can do like a Joker and he does all these other voices and that. Like you want someone who can create a voice for that character.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I think maybe you'd get a voiceover artist.
Okay, yeah. Grey DeLisle. Nolan North.
From the Nolans.
Yeah. He's the North Nolan. There's Nolan South, Nolan East, Nolan West.
Sounds like a fantasy thing where you have to find the Nolans.
You have to find the 4 Nolans and to find them at the centre of the universe. Yeah. And then they all sing I'm in the mood for that.
And you've got the female, the butterfly as well.
Of course, yeah.
Can I nominate Tara Strong for that? Just because she's one of my favourite voiceover actresses, and and a good excuse to work with her.
Yeah.
Obviously, she did Harley Quinn. She did Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Did Bubbles, I think it is from
Powerpuff Girls. Yeah.
And she did loads. But, so yeah, she's playing the butterfly.
Yeah.
And then you're Nolan North. I haven't even heard him, and I've cast him.
He's Batman in the animated series.
Oh, well.
I have to go eat that apple.
It's not though, is he? 'Cause Kevin Conroy was the Batman in the
animated
series.
one. Oh no, yeah, sorry. Nolan North was Batman in the Arkham games.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I used to think he was.
How dare you?
I could be completely wrong. Sorry, I knocked the mic away.
You are.
Billy West could be the caterpillar.
Yeah. Billy West. I have no idea. I'm from the Wild West. Oh gosh, darn it! I just want to eat that strawberry.
How about you do the voice of the caterpillar?
Actually, yeah, can I?
With a little cowboy hat, yeah. The cowboy caterpillar.
Yeah, and then I get to work with Tara Strong.
Yeah.
And who would you play? What animal or?
Oh boy, what's a good fat insect?
Snail.
Yeah, actually.
Hi, Ben. I'm not Ben.
I'm the very hungry caterpillar.
I don't have a name. Actually, we should give him
the thing.
a name.
Yeah, he'd probably get a name. Charlie the caterpillar.
Yeah. We'd have to be careful though, because isn't there Marks and Spencer's have their caterpillar cake, and then Aldi have their and Lidl have theirs.
I know one of them is called Colin the caterpillar.
Yes, we can't call him Colin.
Keith the caterpillar.
Yeah.
Craig the cat. Who calls the caterpillar Craig? That's Craig.
What? Yeah, just gonna get some grub.
I love these caterpillars.
Ooh, would there be other caterpillars in there?
Ooh, there should be.
Maybe there's a wise old caterpillar.
Oh, why is it going to be a wise old caterpillar? Should be a butterfly at this point.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he never got the chance to turn into a butterfly.
Surely he'd died at that point then. Surely every caterpillar.
Yeah, okay, so no old wise caterpillar.
Maybe it's like the caterpillars in Never Neverland. The caterpillar that never grew up.
Yeah, and it turns out it's just a slug with shoes.
Slug with shoes.
I'm not actually a caterpillar.
I have a confession.
I thought the big trail of slime might be giving it away. And the fact that I'm a dirty brown.
Dirty brown caterpillar. Look at me. I'm filthy. I crawl up women's skirts. I'm a dirty slug. Well, I like it. I like the novelisation of.
So, what animal were you going to play?
Oh, a slug or a snail. Yeah. Hey, Ben, the caterpillar. Do you want to share this leaf with me? It's real. Good.
This is the trouble. We'd have to record our lines separately. Just be me sniggering throughout the whole film. Why is it when it's got slug tongues?
You know what? This leaf could do with just a little pinch of salt.
Oh, brilliant.
Thank you.
Oh, Oh, I thought you were going to do another chef reference. No, you went the other way. That's brilliant.
Because it's a snail, you can't eat salt.
Yeah,
so,
I got it. Yeah.
just for the audience. Yeah,
because they're idiots.
Just in
You're
case,
not really.
Just in case they were listening. So, oh, why did you start screaming? Maybe they forgot I was a slug.
Yeah.
Not in real life.
I thought your voice conveyed that stuff. It was a sluggish tone. So, what's your book idea?
Well, Ben, my book idea is not so much a book idea.
Well, you've kind of gone off topic then, haven't you?
Well, it's not strictly a book idea. It's a books idea. A series of books. And I think you'll know what it is. Because it's one that I mentioned before. It's not Harry Potter. That's already been done. It was going to be Harry Potter, but then I Googled it. Apparently it's a whole franchise I've never even heard of.
All the characters I thought of. I realised I got it because I remembered it when I read it.
Well, Ben, my idea is for a series of books, which I'm calling Josh Bailey's New School. And this is something I mentioned to you before.
Yeah, didn't you write one? And I wrote
like 2.
Yeah, I remember reading.
Yeah,
it's good. And
no, they weren't. They were really bad.
It was like it's saying you should get it printed and write a series of them, or at least talk about it on a podcast.
Yeah, well, here we are. Look at that. Because I came up with this years and years ago, and my original idea was for a TV show.
It was only 4 years writing it with crayons, writing it in the sand.
Yeah,
and wondering why it kept washed away.
I shouldn't have been using crayons in the sand, really. Crayons in the sand. That sounds poetic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. But...
Sort of children's folk album.
Crayons in the sand. Well, I mentioned a few episodes ago about a TV show called Erie, Indiana that I watched as a kid.
You love this. You've run it on the podcast several times.
And what was the other one? Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes, I am. What's the other one?
The show. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
We're talking about books.
Ben! I'm trying to get through this. So I was watching another kids show, which is supposed to be a horror.
I was going to say I was watching another kid watching it, and the thought struck me.
I must scare this child, especially since I was, in his house and I'm a stranger to him. Just broken in. I was watching another scary kid show, and I was watching. Like there's episode you see on like clips on YouTube, the 10 scariest moments from life, and they're like, oh man, that is really messed up. Yeah. So I thought we need to do more like that. So that was where this came in, and originally it was a TV series, a planned TV series. Yes. And I decided to turn it into books. Yeah. So that's how you do it now. You write the books, and you sell the rights, and you live off the fat of the land. So what it is
it fat of the land? I thought it was lamb, but I'm probably wrong.
Oh, I'm pretty sure of Mice and Men, he doesn't pronounce the D, so fat of the land. So that's what I say. Anyway, yes. The fat of the lamb, that makes sense as well.
Yeah, I'm going to
Google it now. I'm sure it's fat of the land, because I've always heard it as... Yeah,
it's fat of the land.
Yeah.
I've always said fat of the lamb.
Suppose you wouldn't eat... if it's lamb as in the food lamb, you wouldn't eat the fat, would you?
No, but you would have to live off it if you got nothing.
No, but that's the thing, you've got a lot.
Yeah,
you just live off the fat. Well, so my idea comes back from that tangent. So it's about this boy called Josh Bailey, who is named after 2 people.
Yes, we had a friend called Josh.
Yes, and I actually named him after Josh. Yeah. Josh, if you're out there.
Yes, we got our Ouija board.
Now, if you're watching Josh, there's a character named after you.
Yeah.
And originally I was going to call him Josh Barker, but that's already a character from My Parents Are Aliens.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The boy, yeah. So I thought, what can I call him? I saw Bill Bailey on the telly. Josh Bailey, that's a good name.
Yeah, it is a good name.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's one of those names that instantly sounds like a classic name.
Yeah. Like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Or
Ben Coleman.
Yeah. So, I was going to say Mr. Darcy, but yeah.
Oh, Mr. Darcy!
That sounds like a song, though. Mr. Darcy, what am I going to do? I wanted to go to London and ended up in Crewe.
Man, what a small percentile of people would get a reference. This is why we're best friends.
It is. Oh, and honestly,
the amount of people that have started that off with.
Just look at you. I wanted to go.
I was thinking that as you said, what am I going to do? And I thought, I'll say that next week. Oh,
We both went there.
That's glorious moment.
That was brilliant. That's the highlight for that.
That's made my birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Ben.
Yay.
So anyway, the idea. Josh, his parents dead.
Oh, they're not aliens anymore.
They're not aliens. They're dead. My parents are dead.
Man, that'll be a different show. It's like the children's show about depression.
Oh, God.
At the end of the episode, it's just, okay, we can't really do anything. We just got to give him some space.
Man, every episode ends up. Oh, God. Anyway. So his parents have died, and he's now living with his aunt. She's quite cold and callous, and she's also a police officer.
Oh, does she have a name?
She probably does, but I haven't written it down. She gets a job at this kind of small villagey place. It's kind of like, you know how in Birmingham there's just like a bit of town, and then there's the countryside there.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like that.
Suburbs.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And so he enrolls at this new school where the paranormal is rampant. Ben. So it's essentially like Shutterstones.
That's their school motto.
Yeah. But it's in Latin.
We had to change it from the old motto, the head teacher is rampant.
Oh, well, once he got, arrested, it's just not suitable. So he's got his two best friends, Lewis Burnett, who is named after the director, Charles Burnett, and Laura Leung.
What? He's named after Laura Leung?
No, his other friend.
Oh, you said he's named after the director and...
he's named after the director, Charles Burnett, and his other friend, Laura Leung, who's not named after our friend Laura.
Oh, that's a shame.
There's a shame.
You should have pretended, really, because that would have been a nice thing for her.
Well, it's a nice coincidence, but she's actually named after director Lau Kar Leung. And I thought Lau Kar is a bit like Laura to look at.
If you got eating an ice cream at the time.
No, like, the L-A-U.
Foreign version.
Yeah. I thought, well, Laura. And also, our friend's called Laura, and that's nice.
Yeah.
And so they aid him in his mission to uncover the truth. And so Lewis is the brainy one.
Because they're getting confused as well.
When people have the same first name.
Yeah.
Or like they begin with the same name, like Ben and Bob. I don't know if I've introduced my friend Bob Bobbings, but I'm always calling him Ben Bennings. And I don't know what I'm talking about now. I shouldn't have had that extra cider. It's gone. So Lewis is the brainy one, while Laura is the
idiot one.
No, I'll tell you said that.
I think we should lock him in the classroom.
Played by John Bishop. No, she's the practical one. Yeah, and so together they fight enemies, including the... can you remember any that I told you? Villains from...
Is this the one with the calculator?
It is the one with the calculator. So in one of the books, there's this new math teacher, and she is like... She's like a robot.
Yeah.
And so Lewis, being the genius is, creates these goggles that you can see people's true form. So they look at, like, say, the bully kid, and he's just like maybe he's like really sad.
Yeah, he's crying. Just yeah.
They look at, the different people, and everyone is, what shows you what they really are. And they look at the math teacher, and she's a giant calculator. She's secretly a giant calculator in the guise of a human being.
Is she like a shapeshifter, or is it just like a hallucination?
No, she's like a shapeshifter type thing. And they defeat her by locking her in the dark basement where she can't get to the...
It's solar powered,
yeah.
The old calculator.
Yeah. She's
no batteries in those days.
No batteries in those days. No. We had solar power before these kids had solar panels on their roofs. Then Oh, the good old days.
Yeah, remember when you'd have to go out in the playground walking around holding your calculator?
Yeah. A whole classroom of kids. What we didn't realise, we were secretly signalling to satellites.
Yeah. We're getting a message. It says, boobies.
Very good.
Well, you can do hello, can't you? Like
You can. 43770.
You know your upside down alphabet letters.
I do, yeah. Yeah, you can write dead on it as well.
Oh.
It's like 0E40.
And of course, 5138008.
Yes.
Boobies.
Yeah, of course.
The first thing you learn in maths.
The teacher should... Okay, class, but let's get this out of the way.
But anyway, your teacher's a giant calculator.
Yes, a giant calculator.
Is she from a race of giant calculators?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, a race of giant calculators.
Yeah. A race of like maths equipment. There's a protractor beam.
Oh, a protractor beam.
And of course they're led by the ruler.
See. I'll just give it to you. You can write a whole speech for me.
No, I'll turn it into like slapstick comedy. Yours is a horror story for kids.
Well, you say horror, but one of the characters is a calculator. So a giant shape-shifting calculator.
Yeah, but if you write it right. Then...
If you write it right, if you write it left, I don't know. And other characters are the villains. So try to think of some scarier ones. Who else have I got? There's a class photographer who comes in and sort of forces the kids to smile naturally, kind of like the Joker with his Joker gas. He wants all the kids to smile for the photos, so he hypnotizes. He takes mushrooms before he comes in, taking pictures of the walls.
Whoa, I'm seeing things. The teacher looks like a calculator. I've been rumbled. You know, I was doing the Wallace and Gromit. Oh, I'm a calculator, Gromit.
I know he forces the kids to smile. And naturally.
I was going to say maybe like the flash on the camera just traps their soul.
Oh, that's a good one. Another one where a new substitute teacher comes in who hates noise.
She needs the universal remote control.
Hey, she does, but she doesn't have one, Ben. So you know what she does? She sews all the children's mouths shut.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, like the other two, you can get away with. They're like quite subtle. Like she's just a calculator. She's there doing whatever she's doing. The photographer, but her, she's like outright. I'm gonna sew your mouth shut.
Yeah.
You lot be quiet while I'm working on Jeremy.
But I had this idea, like where the kids come.
Then again, if they were being quiet, she wouldn't need to do that.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's true. I had this idea where the kids come into class and it's all unnaturally quiet, and all these kids are sat there with mouths, completely sewn shut.
What's the calculator woman's plan anyway?
She just wants to take over the world with maths. Maybe she hadn't thought of the plan out too well. I think maybe we should just stop her before she gets the idea.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll go down and like ingratiate myself. Then I'll think of a plan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I got one more story for you.
Oh.
And that is, there's this whole subplot about the local meat supply. You can probably guess where this is going. So there's this farm. I'm going to pop this over here for a second. That the children's pass.
I thought you was going to do your farm impression.
Farm. Oh yeah, I can see the pig. I can smell the pigs right now. Sorry, that's There's a farm that the kids pass every day, and there's this really creepy-looking scarecrow that stood there.
I think I remember this.
I might have told you. And so it becomes this story that the farmer he killed his son and buried him in the field, and now the ghost of the son is sort of
taken over.
It's taken over the scarecrow, and kind of possessed it. So they investigate. They turn out actually that's not the case at all. Turns out the farmer is selling human meat to the school. Oh,
I thought he was kidnapping kids and turning.
Aha!
Is that it?
That's it.
Oh,
he's kidnapping kids and he's
selling it back to the other kids.
Yeah, he's killing them.
Oh, the kids eating
eating their classmates.
Ooh.
But here's the twist. He's got the 3 tied up. I think there's no way we can get out of this. I don't care how brainy you are, how practical you are. There's no
how
way.
neutral you are.
Well, that's the sort of point about Josh. He's kind of in the middle. He doesn't. He's brave, but he's not particularly skilled.
He should be like cleveractical.
Cleveractical.
He's clever and practical.
Well, coming up with words like that, I don't think he's either. I'm cleveractical. Say that again. Here's the big twist. They're all trapped. They're going to die. The scarecrow bursts through the door.
And saves them.
Saves him. Turns out he wasn't a ghost. It was his son. Tied up.
And he trapped him
crucified.
There. Jesus.
In the field.
Is he dead?
He's been alive the whole time.
Oh, he's been alive.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's
So
been
he's
alive.
going out and feeding the scarecrow.
Yeah. He's feeding his son, who's a scarecrow, who is tied up in the field.
And his son is called Wurzel. After
Ah,
Wurzel Gummidge.
that's too clever. I got to call him like John.
Maybe the surname would
After
be
John
Wurzel.
Pertwee, yeah. John Gummidge.
My name is John Gummidge. Welcome to our farm. Would you like to try some meat?
That's the scariest thing I've ever heard. I'm running away from it. But I've got the ending to the story as well, where the kids walk past. So the idea is every story has a prologue and an epilogue.
I think I know where this is going.
The epilogue is they're walking past and they see a scarecrow, but it's taller than the old one.
Yes, because it's the father.
It's the farmer.
Yay! Oh, I like it when there's sort of a predictable ending, but it's a satisfying.
Yeah.
Man, imagine you've been eating your classmates.
Yeah.
Would it be like, because would the kids notice that their class is getting smaller? Or would it be like the next year up, like when they graduate?
Oh, maybe, yeah. Because that's sort of the thing, like, these things happen, the kids go missing or die altogether, and no one really notices apart from these 3 kids.
Yeah. Have you noticed how the registers getting quicker each day?
There's only the 3 of us here.
Maybe it's that maths teacher subtracting people.
Very good. Yeah.
I like it.
I've got an ending for the series. If you want to be spoiled.
Is it? So is it going to be like a set number of books?
That was the idea, yeah. And it was going to end.
I don't want it to end.
Oh, well, good
I suppose
things.
you could then do like retroactive.
Well, I did have spin-offs.
Oh.
But maybe we'll save that for another episode.
It's the Lewis story. Hi, I'm Lewis, and I'm really clever.
The end. I did have another one actually where a ghost or a creature maybe is defeating children by just messing with their memories and bringing to the forefront all their like most tragic memories.
Yeah.
And so I did have backstories. Of course, Josh, his parents have died.
In the story.
In the story, yeah. Real life Josh.
Yeah, our friend Josh.
I hope you're doing well, mate.
His parents are doing well.
Yeah. Do you remember his mum?
Yeah.
She was lovely. But anyway, this one story, this monster's bringing all these tragic memories to the forefront. So Josh, his parents, and Lewis, his mum died.
Oh.
And so that's a bit of backstory for him.
Again, it sounds like it's sort of a metaphor for like things that kids go through in
Kind
life,
of.
like sort of grief and depression.
Yeah.
I don't know what the maths were.
Maths. Kids hate maths. Of course, Laura is the one who defeats the monster because she has no tragic memories.
Oh, she's permanently positive.
But then in the pro epilogue, I forgot my epi and my pro there. In the epilogue, you maybe think, oh, maybe she does have tragic memories. So that's an idea for that one. But the ending,
But she's a woman, so she buries her feelings.
maybe that's the metaphor. Like because Josh and Lewis are men, they bury their emotions, whereas Laura, she's
spoken about it and dealt with
yeah.
it.
So it doesn't bother her.
See,
See,
you can put moral messages in.
yeah, there you go. But the ending, I was going to make it a 2-part story, and they decide to figure out once and for all what is going on with this school. And I've got a little map of the school, and the idea is the school is like fairly new, except for this one clock tower in the middle of the courtyard.
What's going on with this school? I wonder if that really old clock tower's got anything to do with that we built the entire school around. And it always seems to go off at random times.
Strange enough, on the hour.
All those owls perched on it.
Well, it turns out the old school burnt down, but the clock tower didn't burn down.
Because it's made of lead.
Oh, no. Because there's something mystical, I don't know.
Ah.
So I think if we can maybe... And so the idea is they're getting the head teacher involved. The head teacher is present in every story.
Does the head teacher got a name?
He does. I'll tell you the names. I've got a few names, which we'll get to.
Got a few names I'd like to call you, Ben.
So the head teacher is kind of... He seems quite nice enough, but, you think maybe something's going on a bit sinister.
Yeah.
One of the other teachers decides to help Josh, He's helping him. No, sorry, not one of the other teachers. Oh. The janitor. I just remembered this. Yeah, so I just remembered this whole plot twist that goes on to over like...
And your pitch to the editor is going to be rubbish. Wait, no. Scrap the last 10 minutes. I just realised I told you the wrong story.
No, it's the janitor who has been there for a long, long time.
Yeah, you always get a friendly.
Yeah.
Maybe he starts off creepy, because you always get when it's creepy, and then it turns out he's the nice guy, and then he helps him out.
Yeah. And but here's the twist. So he says, well, you know what? This school, when I was a lad, burnt down. And the only thing that stood was the clock tower. I think there's someone with that clock tower. So I've
spent like 30 years here thinking that, and I thought I'd give you a push to go and... Every year I try and push some kids to figure out what it is.
Doesn't often go well. So I haven't actually thought of the middle bit yet. But it ends with them confronting the head teacher and this clock tower. The janitor comes in and he says, what we need to do is destroy this clock tower. Yeah. So they decide to burn it. The janitor...
But it won't burn down there because the school burnt down.
Well, here's the thing, he throws the kerosene or whatever on the clock tower, sets it on fire. The head teacher bursts in the flames.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that coming?
No.
The head teacher has been defeated. And he says, see, it was the head teacher who was using the magical powers of the clock tower.
To create all the... Did he hire the maths teacher that was a clock...
Yeah, of course. He's the head teacher. Yeah,
and he organised the meet for the school, and he did... What was the other one?
The teacher who sold the mouths.
Yeah, she hired her as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
And of course, it's the last day of school, so Josh is like, well, I'm glad we've got this dealt with. I'm going to move on with my life. I'm going to go to sixth form with my friends Lewis and Laura. He sees them walking off the distance. He says, I'll catch you up. He's talking to the janitor, who's now wearing a suit. Oh. That's funny. Turns out the janitor has played Josh all along.
Another twist.
Another twist.
Double twist ending.
The janitor has taken over as the head teacher.
Oh.
But now there's no janitor. In order to maintain the order of things, there needs to be a janitor.
Wait, so he's taken over as head teacher now that the head teacher's dead?
Yes. So he's the new head teacher. But who's going to be the new janitor? Lewis. Nope. 2 more guesses.
Laura.
No.
Josh.
Yes. But here's the thing, Ben. The janitor. Yeah. The janitor cannot leave the school.
Oh, he has to live on site.
So Josh looks to his friends for help. They don't know who he is. They've had their memories erased. They look at him like, who's that? They look at each other like, who are you? Josh has lost not only his friends, but his freedom.
This is a sad ending.
Ben, this is a horror story for kids, and what's scarier than spending the rest of your life in school?
Yeah.
Eh?
Man.
That's how it ends.
No, it's good. I like the twist ending, because I think there should be more twist endings like that, where it's not a happy ending.
Yeah. For the kids.
Because I thought you was going to say then it leaves it open to do a sort of sequel where they're in sixth form and there's something dodgy going on.
Well, I do have a couple of ideas for sequels. Shall we get through them now real quick?
Yeah, okay. Well, you said you had some names for me.
I do have some names. Shall we go through the names first?
Yeah.
This is mainly for me, to be honest. But I've got some characters. I've got a stereotypical bully. I haven't got a name for him yet.
I'm stereotypical bully.
I've got the metalworks teacher, Mr. Taguchi, Japanese man. He does metalwork, and the reason that is he's named after an actor, a Japanese actor, called Tamaro Taguchi, who is in the film Tetsuo the Iron Man, which is about a character who has a fetish for metal.
I have a fetish for metal.
Need to work on your English skills. And of course, the sinister head teacher is actually named after my very lovely head teacher, Mr. Dewan.
Oh.
He was my head teacher at St. Cuthbert's, and he was a lovely man, anything but sinister.
This one's Mr. Durham.
Do him in, I like that. And I've also got the form teacher, Mr. Cohen, named after Leonard Cohen, in case you're interested. Spin-offs.
Yeah.
Sequels. Well, I've got an idea for one that follows Laura as she moves into college. And similar thing, they find out the teachers, the tutors, are actually part of a satanic cult.
Oh. Yeah, I like the idea that it's not, because I thought you was going to say like it's all paranormal again. It was like, let it's a bit of a coincidence. So I like you've done something slightly different, but still horror.
Yeah. So they're part of the cult. Maybe they're sacrificing the students. And I've got a spin-off called The Substitutes. And they are actually like a group of paranormal investigators who go around schools. And again, it's not just paranormal, it's like cults, aliens, ghosts, witches, whatever.
So were they substitute teachers?
Yeah.
And they also sneak, like, they're sort of going undercover? Yeah.
So they're working in the school while also solving the crimes. And I do have an idea for...
imagine him in the teacher's lounge. Like, so, anything weird been going on lately?
Anyone here a werewolf?
You know what I think is great is when we tell each other our secrets.
Or you know what I can't stand? Garlic and crucifixes.
I secretly like to rob stuff from shops. What about you? Do you like killing anyone?
I just remembered a film called The Fearless Vampire Hunters, where they want to find out who the vampire is, so they have this big like ball go on, but they have a giant mirror. So they pull the mirror down, so they say, well, whoever we can't see is the vampire. 3 of them there. They pull the sheet down over the mirror, and bam, they're the only 3 in the hall. Everyone's a vampire. Oh.
So this like substitute could just walk around with a hand on the compact mirror.
Well, I was thinking we could do that, but then they pull down the sheet over the mirror in the teacher's lounge, and bang, they're the only ones in the lounge. Oh my god, there's no one here yet.
So anyway, they're the substitute.
Yeah, and I did have an idea where they go to the school from the Josh Bailey stories.
Oh, crossover.
Yeah, and Josh is now like a 40-year-old man. He's still working as a janitor. He's still trying to get rid of the old head teacher, who was the old janitor, I should say. Yeah. Who's now the head teacher.
Because wouldn't he just like spend every day trying to get rid of him?
Yeah, well that's it. But the thing is, he can't. He's powerless. He needs someone else to do it, so he can take his place. So he gets the substitutes to do it. Now Josh is the new head teacher, but he realises that the power of the clock tower will corrupt him. Yeah. So he sets fire to the clock tower himself, ergo killing himself.
So there's no
new head teacher. So curse broken.
Yeah.
Happy ending.
Yeah. So the ending to Josh story is shown in a spin-off. Man, that's like a real sort of payoff for the committed.
Yeah.
They watch everything.
Yeah.
The others watching it, what curse? Who's Josh? What?
But that's my idea for this whole expanded cinematic or a storymatic universe.
Like
Thank you.
Yeah. That could be cool. I know you've written them as like short stories, haven't you?
I'm trying to like give them like 30 pages, but the thing is, I'm not a writer.
Yes, anyone could be a writer.
Yeah, but Ben, I don't like doing drafts. I write something once and I don't want to bother with this.
Don't play board games, right?
Oh, Ben. Don't sit next to the window. Don't get a draft.
But you could put them somewhere, and then our listeners could read them.
Maybe I'll.
I think there's a thing called Wattpad, where people can upload like.
Oh, is that a real thing?
Yeah, there are stories. I think I uploaded Sanitary Squad there.
Oh.
Get a little shameless plug-in.
Yeah.
But you could like do a blog and put them on your blog.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see what the future may hold. But that's my idea.
I like it.
Oh, I'm glad you do, Ben. And I don't know why I said that like that. I'm glad you do, Ben. And I like your idea as well.
Thank you.
That was a good idea. It's a very Hungry Caterpillar novelisation.
It's a very different story to yours. It's funny that we're both taking kid stories and turning them into adult versions.
Yeah.
So it begs the question, what are we going to do next week?
Well, Ben.
Because we need a category, don't we?
We do need a category. And for those who haven't been watching, shame on you, first of all.
Yeah.
For those who haven't been listening, double shame on you. Just because you came second. But what we've been doing, we haven't been picking anything of a hat. We have been using a randomizer. We've been saying it ourselves.
Yeah.
We've been picking things ourselves. So, Ben.
Well, you said book last week.
I said book last week. You said sport the week before. And what did I say? For that TV show?
Yeah.
So, Ben, what you got for us?
Well, we haven't done in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Music.
Ah, yeah.
So, but because we've done music before, so I'm going to make it a little bit more specific.
Plot twist.
I know, man, he's gone renegade. He's thrown out the rule book.
Yeah.
A concept album.
Oh.
Yes, because I know you like your concept albums.
I do like my concept albums. Man, I've got loads.
So, yeah, that's our idea for next week.
Yeah.
Or next episode, rather.
Who
knows when it'll be?
It could be years from now.
Yeah, we might, end up having to go to a school and defeat, paranormal monsters. Or
calculators.
We might get very hungry.
We might.
In the meantime, follow us on socials, and if you enjoyed the podcast, please like it and rate it on Spotify.
And like it as well.
Like it and rate it.
I like this.
Yeah, like it, rate it, and tell your friends about it.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
We'll see you then and then.
He Had an Idea podcast was created by Ben Coleman and Michael Mason. The title music was Panama Hat by Audio Nautics. Thanks for listening.